thank you so much. First of all, thank you Zurich Film Festival. Thank you Christian Jungen. Thank you so much. I'm very touched by your words, very beautiful. Maybe I don't deserve all of them, but thank you so much. This award is just design-wise extraordinary, it's an eye. You can see that, right? I think of myself as that many times in my life. And you put it right, I'm a voyeur. And I like to look at things, and I like to look at people very, very much. I think it's the only thing I know how to do it. And this job I do, that gathers people to watch what I do, it's my way into a safe space. Because I can do it, and I can do something that could be kind of intrusive, but I'm allowed to do it. It's a sort of forbidden game that I'm allowed to do. So I'm very grateful. Watching the reel, I realized that, and I like the way in which the reel combines feature films, documentaries, tiny short films. What always happens with me, I'm realizing now that I'm growing up, is that I surround myself with families, and I have a big family in my work and in my world of people that come back, of course, Tilda, so many times, but Claudio Joe and many others, Dakota, but also behind the camera. So I want to dedicate this award to my family of filmmakers, which I admire and I worship and I thank them for their work, and I would not be here without them. So to all my collaborators, and tonight I have one, Lorenzo Mieli. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, please come on stage as well. Accepting the award and for your words. We are about to see a very, very original film, Bones and All. What inspired you to make this film?
Again, I think it's my, can I keep it here? I think it's very heavy. It should be heavy. I think everything starts again with my family of filmmakers, because I got the script from Dave Kajanek, who wrote Bigger Splash and Suspiria for me, which I'm very close with, and he had wrote this script for another colleague, a very great filmmaker, Antonio Campos, but Antonio decided to part ways from the project for personal reasons, and Dave was very adamant that I read the script, and I was like, oh, I don't want to, because I'm working on something else, and he was like, please. So I said, okay. And the second I started reading the script, I really admire the writing. I think the thing that has to happen for me is how good is the script, which doesn't mean that the script should answer all the questions of like the 3 acts or the arc of the character. This is like a little bit bullshit for the young filmmaker in the room. It's more about how the script inspires your vision and how the script makes character be alive. And in this beautiful work that Dave wrote, I found in Maren and Lee and Sally and all the other characters, people that I kind of knew or that I wanted to spend time with, and that I knew who could be embody them. And that's how it came about.
I've mentioned it, you launched the career of Timothée Chalamet. Now you worked with him again. What do you like in his acting?
Well, Timothy and I, we met a few years before doing Call Me By Your Name. He was like 17 when I met him, and I already met a very vivid, bright, smart, metropolitan, young intellectual in him. So I knew since we met and then we did Call Me By Your Name that this was going to be a very vivid and ongoing conversation with him, because I am very inspired by him, and I hope he is inspired by me.
Certainly is. This is a film, You're Italians, that takes place in the US, and I would say it's the most beautiful American road movie made by non-Americans since Wim Wenders' Paris, Texas. What were the challenges when working in the US?
Well, I think it's interesting what you said, because for us as producers, the challenge was asked by Luca, meaning that the whole bunch of financiers and producers of the movie are Italian. I mean, part of the producers are American, but the whole financement of the movie has been made by Italians. And the idea of, you know, America is the subject and object of the cinema at the end of the day. And going there with Luca, we knew it was going to be a challenge with such an extreme angle, but pointing at the things you mentioned before in your speech. So the real challenge was at the beginning, because then Luca took the lead and really made it and made the road trip. But I think the challenge was to make it independently and to believe in Luca's vision and to be sure that our job is to make promises. Luca makes a lot of promises, but he keeps his word. So that's what it is.
I found the title for my autobiography, if I write it, is I Always Deliver.
And you certainly deliver with bones and all. Thank you so much for being here, Luca Guadagnino and Lorenzo.